are here for the final match at St James's Park. Well, not really. For Newcastle versus Ajax, the first fixtures. After this, we will go on to Group B. Well, after the Spurs versus what's the other team? Spurs versus Celtic match. But today it is Newcastle taking on Ajax at St James's Park. If Newcastle win this, they'll have a great lead in this group if Spurs bottle their match, and it's Spurs, so you know they will. And we will start with the Newcastle lineup. Starting in goal for Newcastle today is Seamus Heaney, and in the back line we have got Dr. Zeus Hughes, Simon Armitage and James Weir. J.K. Rowling coming off. Roald Dahl, Robert Browning, William Wordsworth and Shelley on the right, and Shakespeare and William Blake holding that front line. Couple of changes for the Newcastle side actually since their last match against Spurs, and now we are going to see the Ajax lineup. Vladimir Putin starts in goal once again with Plato, Lincoln, Edison and Thomas Jefferson holding up the back line, with Rasputin, Mozart, Peter III and Charles Darwin on the right. In the centre attacking midfield position today is Ivan the Terrible, and up front alone is Isaac Newton. Joseph Stalin, the only substitute coming off. Joseph Stalin has been swapped off after what seemed like a lacklustre performance last time in their last match against Celtic. And that is why Ivan the Terrible has been brought in for this match. To maybe bring in something for this Ajax side. And here he is, here's Ivan the Terrible immediately after kicking this game off. But Dr. Zeus, he's got to get around Zeus and is challenged. And now we see Shakespeare with his first touches. Here's William Blake, which has been excellent in this tournament so far in Group A. And he gets past Thomas Edison. Here's William Blake with a chance! Already! 1-0 already to Newcastle. William Blake, what a goal! And Vladimir Putin couldn't get down to it quick enough. You just knew, you saw, the second he got past Thomas Edison, he was going to try and place this into the bottom right, and that's exactly what he does. Vladimir Putin couldn't get down to it quick enough. So he just lifts it over Putin and scores an amazing goal very early on in this match, which I'm sure will be decisive, to be honest, looking at this Ajax side. They don't really seem to have much motivation. Here's Charles Darwin, back to Thomas Edison, Peter III. Here's Isaac Newton against Simon Armitage. Breaks away from Armitage. Here's Isaac Newton. Newton! Good save. Who is it? Here's fucking Roald Dahl against Peter III. Passes it to William Blake. The goal scorer against Thomas Edison decides to use Shakespeare, which was on his left. Shakespeare here against Thomas Jefferson. He's already broke away from him. Is there anyone there for Shakespeare? Goes alone! Good save by Putin. Here's Plato. Who can he find in this six? He has to get away from fucking Shelley there. Mozart, which has been Ajax's player of the tournament so far, I believe. Mozart, still Mozart, against James Weir. Decides to find Ivan the Terrible, which, is that a foul? Yeah. It's fouled. But Ivan the Terrible is fouled, and Mozart decides to play this really quickly to Isaac Newton, which unfortunately is tackled. And now it's in great interception there, but it's given back away, unfortunately, by Ajax. And now here's the run, but no, it's challenged yet again here. Possession swapping hands very much quickly in this match, as here's Ajax again on the attack with Ivan the Terrible with a great pass to Isaac Newton. William Wordsworth is on him though, but he gets past him. Has he got anyone in the middle to pass to here? He decides, Ivan the Terrible! It's a great pass and a great assist. The goal was excellent. The pass was brilliant from Isaac Newton to find Ivan the Terrible. Because he sees him waiting and lifts it over the keeper. Lifts it over Seamus Heaney, which has had a great tournament so far. And that's exactly why they've brought Ivan Terrible into this team in place of Joseph Stalin for this match. They thought Stalin was underperforming, so they thought they'd bring in Ivan the Terrible, at least for this match. But here's William Blake going up against Plato and Lincoln. Lincoln collects after a heavy touch. Back to the goalkeeper, Vladimir Putin. What can Putin do? Decides to just boot it out to Ivan the Terrible, but Browning is there in possession. Now Robert Browning to William Blake. William Blake against Lincoln. Here's Shakespeare. Shakespeare, can he find a shot? Decides to pass to William Blake. Great save by Putin. Now here's Thomas Edison to Thomas Jefferson. The two Thomases linking up. Peter the Third. Can he find Ivan the Terrible? Yeah, does. Ivan the Terrible to Mozart. Mozart, does he have a ball on? Here's Charles Darwin. Dr. Zeus there really tried to get that, and it is going out for a Newcastle throw-in. Here's Hughes. Ted Hughes. Robert Browning to William Blake, which has been their player of the tournament so far. Robert Browning. William Wordsworth. Wordsworth in space. Being closed down though. Shakespeare. Here's Percy Bysshe Shelley against Plato. We are way over extra time now, so this is the last attack. Can he whip one in? Here's William Blake. Robert Browning! What a goal by Robert Browning. Sees the space. He was nobody marking him, and Vladimir Putin could only watch as that rocketed into that top left corner. Look at this for a goal. It's a great... He was in miles of space there. Took it first time into that top left. What a goal it was by Robert Browning on his left foot. No, right foot. On his right foot into that top left corner. What a goal it was. You can see how much it means. The celebrations. And that is going to close the first half, I believe. This first half should be closing right now after Ajax kick us off once again. Yep, that is the end of the first half. And the current score at St James's Park, Newcastle 2, Ajax 1. Honestly, look at that. Playing defensive. Look at this formation. It's fucking shit. That is a shit formation. Shakespeare's a striker, by the way. And here we go. The second half kicks off with Newcastle starting it. They currently have the lead in this game if you've just joined. Here's Mozart. Mozart bashing through this middle. Mozart, is there anyone there to pass to? It's a great challenge in the end. But it does mean it's an Ajax corner, and this is going to be the first substitution. Ivan the Terrible is coming off for the non-creative player yet again. I really do need to... It'll be sorted out by the time the second fucking fixtures come up in this group, I swear. It will be sorted. It's a good save again. I need to create like 4 more players for Ajax so they can't sub on any non-creative players because it's getting stupid. It's a good save there. I think it was Robert Browning on the line ready to block this. Who is it? Here's Mozart. Sees the non-creative player, which is Rasputin. 2-2! Rasputin scores. I think that's the first contribution Rasputin has had to a goal in the tournament so far. We hasn't really seen much from him, but here's Rasputin. What a goal it was to get it above Simatini. Sees the top right corner. Simatini couldn't get to it. It's I swear, goalies on this fucking game. It's a very savable shot. 2-2. Simatini scores. Rasputin. As Simatini fucked it. What the fuck is happening with this animation? Look at this shit. Okay. Anyway, getting back to it. I don't know what that was. Anyway, Newcastle, fucking game glitch. Newcastle kick us off once again. Blake with a terrible pass. And here's Charles Darwin. Sees Isaac Newton. Newton to Mozart. Mozart to the non-created player. The non-created player here. Decides to go alone. Good save from Dr. Zeus. Now here's fucking who is it? Here's Blake. Blake over to Shakespeare on this left side. Getting chased down by Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison does end up getting the ball back. Back to the non-created player. Here's fucking Mozart to Isaac Newton. Has he got options? No, he hasn't really got options. Gives it away. And now here's Robert Browning. The scorer of the second goal at the end of that first half. William Blake to Shakespeare. Shakespeare getting challenged. To William Blake. Shelley's in space! Shelley! Putin with an excellent collection. He came out of his goal there. And he needed to. In the right moment he decided to come out. Here's Rasputin. Edison. Shelley's in here! Good save by Putin once again. The defence. And it's Roald Dahl coming off for Charles Dickens. And Lincoln coming off for another non-creative player. I swear to fuck, Ajax, stop subbing on non-creative players. I swear, this will be sorted, by the way. Here's the corner, good save. Yeah, this will be sorted for next time, by the way. I'll create 4 more players after this match. Or when I can be bothered. It will be done. Another corner here. Shelley on corners for Newcastle. Whipped in. Here's Shakespeare on the end of this. Oh, well, that was rough. That was close. I think it's another corner. This is the 3rd corner in a couple of minutes. Percy Bicey Shelley, the 3rd time he's had to kick this. It looks like, I think that's Shakespeare. Who is it? I don't know. Looks like someone's coming up. It's Charles Dickens coming up to assist. Here on the short corner. Dickens plays it to Robert Browning, which is being defended by the non-creative player Blake. It's a good challenge by the non-creative player. Probably because he's non-created. And what is it? Putin, 4 saves this match. 4 saves. The lad has had sort of shift in, to be honest. Respect to him, mostly off corners. This is the 4th corner now. Shelley. And it's a terrible corner, but it's given away. Simon Armitage, Shakespeare. Good tackle by Edison, but it's not ready because it's given away. Shakespeare. Dickens in space! Unbelievable. 3-2. After 4 corners, finally Newcastle have found an opening. And would you believe it? I think it's a very savable shot, I believe. But it's Charles Dickens. I believe that was Charles Dickens who secured that goal. In the end, 3-2 here against Ajax. Look at this. Vladimir Putin couldn't get a good enough hand to it to keep it out. So you can see he turns, shoots. Vladimir Putin did get a block on it, but it wasn't enough, and it ended up going underneath him and in the net, which does mean now 3-2 with around 10 minutes to go, filtering in extra time, as Ajax kick us off. Ajax so desperate in this tournament to get the win, but they can't seem to win. Here's Charles Darwin. They score goals, they don't seem to win though. It's a good challenge. Dr. Zeus. Yeah, Charles Dickens. Robert Browning. Back to Charles Dickens. Can he find Shakespeare? Dickens. Still Charles Dickens against Thomas Edison. Charles Dickens in here. And Putin collects. Dickens maybe travelled too far there. Should have maybe played a pass as Putin gets it out here. And there's no one there. Which means Simon Armitage has basically got a free ball here in the last 2 minutes of the match. William Wordsworth. And it's challenged by Edison. They've got to start an attack right now. Edison to the non-creative player, Hilson. Hilson. Darwin gets through. Darwin, you greedy cunt. Newton. Steve Massini collects. Darwin, you greedy fucking bastard. It's a 3-2 win for Newcastle. I do not believe this shit. Darwin has basically just cost Ajax the points because he was a greedy cunt and decided not to pass to who was it? To Isaac Newton. What a greedy cunt. Let's have a look at some of the player stats. Rasputin, pretty much their best performer, to be honest. Isaac Newton didn't really do much. He put in a shift, but couldn't get a goal. Yeah, I've really got to make some more subs for Ajax. Blake again did his job. Shakespeare did actually put pretty much of a shift in. Look at this. Dickens again did pretty good. Not really much though. Browning didn't really do that much except for the first goal, but it's fine. You feel bad for these which haven't got any chances yet, but yeah, that's that then. The end of the match. 3-2 win for Newcastle.